I'm going to invite Rhea back up for one of my favorite songs. And you probably noticed that there was a book for sale out front, and they're actually another group that contacted us. And who's the representative? I don't see her for this book. Maybe she can tell us somewhere she's coming in. Can you tell us a little more about this, the author in this book?
My name is Ruby Singleton Blakeney, and I am the marketing director for the book The Heart of a Hero, which is written by my brother, Clarence Singleton. He is a Vietnam War Purple Heart combat wounded recipient, and he is a two-time survivor of the World Trade Center bombing. If you look at the magazine on the desk outside, it is Life magazine's commemorative issue. He's the firefighter in the centerfold. But, excuse me, I listened to all of the speakers today, and you all were so much on point, especially when it talks about wardrobe and so forth. And I'm really embarrassed because I just slipped out and changed my shoes. My feet were killing me, but thank you. All women can understand that. I know you do. But I've been lugging around the heavy books, and walking in stilettos just doesn't always work. But you made some very interesting points, and there are places that offer assistance to veterans, military women or men going back into the workforce. Nordstrom is one. I was a wardrobe consultant there, and it's a free service. I do it also, but I don't offer it free. And it seems, I think I'm the oldest person in the room, and I've done just about everything that you've talked about. So in terms of staffing and so forth, and helping people to go into workforce development, and just retired as a director of small and minority business for the city of Annapolis, Maryland. So if I could just read this briefly, I think it would really describe my brother's book. And I left my glasses outside. It says, "How do you keep going forward when hope and a miracle are nowhere in sight?" Thank you. See, I told you, we women know. Awesome. From the dust and rubble of Ground Zero 9/11, Clarence Singleton takes readers on a harrowing emotional journey of hope and starting over. From the jungles of Vietnam, where he was awarded a Purple Heart, to the ashes of that unspeakable day in our history. From a hard-scrabble childhood to a new marriage and the promise of a loving future, Singleton never quits, never gives up, even facing post-traumatic stress disorder, where every crowded mall or sound of a helicopter sends his body signals that it's time to fight or take flight. Clarence still puts one foot in front of the other through his deep faith and abiding sense of duty to move forward to a miracle. The miracle is each day, and it's a lesson we all can follow. Don't quit until the miracle happens. For Clarence Singleton, each day is the start of a journey of faith, hope, and love. Thank you, and I hope that you'll select one. In fact, I haven't told her, but we'll donate a portion of the sales to this organization.
Thank you.
And I'm so thankful that you've invited us or allowed us to come.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This has been a labor of love for a lot of us, and this is another example. We never would have met otherwise, and I'm so grateful because there's just numerous people just like this here supportive of us, and we can support you, and it's just been amazing. So
I'm
thank
sitting
you
there
so much.
asking myself, how can I get involved to volunteer to do something? So
That's awesome.
call me anytime.
Yeah, I've got your number. No,
Thank you.
I'm going to have Jasmine up in just a moment to. She's going to disseminate the awards with a plural, and that's because we actually had a difficult time in selecting just one of our veterans, so we ultimately decided on two. But before I have her up, I'm going to just make a little plug for Ladies America, and it is, we snuck a little thing into today, and it's something we've been working on. We spent a lot of hours in the last few months in particular really developing and refining our programs and our processes. And with that, we're rebranding. So if you see a ton of purple cups and bags and signs, and we're really trying to get rid of it because it's going away. And I snuck it into your program in the bottom right-hand corner under the agenda is our new, you're the first to see it, Ladies America logo. So thank you for indulging us, and we wanted to roll this out as we head into 2014, so you'll continue to see it. And if there are extra bags and you have children that need them, take them. You can't take the sign. I haven't decided what to do with that yet, but everything else that's purple and has Ladies America with a woman and a phone and a notepad, you can have. We're moving on to bigger and better things, and this logo is really part of it. So with that, I'd like to have Jasmine Booth back up. Thank you.
In addition to the awards that Ladies America is going to give for the two finalists, I actually brought two mugs from Miss Veteran America. She's actually active duty Army, and she does PCS to Florida, so she can be here. So we're going to give these mugs on her behalf. Just to tell you, can everybody hear me okay? Okay. So just to give you a little background on Miss Veteran America, we created her, the competition last year. We wanted to do an event to not only honor military women, but also honor their service and their sacrifice. But we wanted to do it a different way. We've seen like lots of galas and panels and things like that. And like one recurring thing that I didn't like is just portraying all of us, like we were a bunch of damsel in distresses or a bunch of birds with broken wings. And I'm like, no, we're combat ready, we're tough. But what else people forget about our traditional roles as mothers, as daughters, as wives, as sisters, and the fact that we are beautiful. And so that's why I decided to do it, Miss Veteran America, to just so we can honor not only the service and sacrifice, but also the woman beyond the uniform. Our competition is a little bit different. There are some pageantry aspects in there, because we do have the evening gowns, which are fabulous. It's all, I mean, women, we like to get dressed up too and put on makeup, hair, and stuff like that. But we do not have like an age limit. There are no height, weight, air requirements, anything like that. The only thing we require is that you honorably served your country. So if there's anyone in here that may be interested, nominations are open now. Sorry, applications are open now. Okay, so on to the awards. Yes, we had so many women that are deserving, and that's why you're here, because we wanted to recognize all of you and say thank you. You know, we're a community, and it's going to take a community. Not one organization is going to eradicate anything for veterans. And so I urge you, all of you are not yet working together. You're in an environment now where you can find out more about each other, pass on information, and whatever you can do to help fill those voids that are not being met, partner, work together, and let's all look at this from a community aspect, because that's That's what we're going to need to take care of our veterans as a community, as a nation, and as a whole, offering what they can and getting involved. So we're going to present, we have an award for Women Veteran in Business and another one for Women Veteran in Philanthropy. So let me see which one's first. Okay. So first we have for Women Veteran Business. I'm pretty sure, if I can find my card. All of you have heard of her. So she couldn't be here today, so I'm going to accept the award on behalf of Dawn Halfacre of Halfacre and Associates. She runs a service woman disabled veteran business. She is very successful, one of the more successful women veterans in business around in the area. She was also a Army officer who was wounded during her service to Iraq. She lost an arm, but that does not stop her from doing everything that she's done and accomplished. So we want to thank Dawn, again, who couldn't be here today, but we will definitely send her congratulations, and I'll ensure that she gets her award. So I still would like to give her a round of applause. And our second award for philanthropy goes to Jennifer Marino. Am I saying that right, Marino? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you talk about yourself, but I will let you guys know that you were a Marine, correct? Hoorah! And she is executive director for the Boulder Crest Retreat here in Virginia. Come on up and say a few words and let everybody know about yourself and what you do.
Thanks, Lindsay. I didn't know this was going to happen. So yes, my name is Jennifer Marino, and I recently took the reins of an amazing organization called the Boulder Crest Retreat for Military and Veteran Wellness. We call ourselves Boulder Crest Retreat for short. And this is my associate, one of my team members here, Claire Sweeney, who came here today to just experience this great event. So thanks for having us. Boulder Crest Retreat was founded by a 21-year service disabled Navy veteran, EOD technician. He and his wife, Ken and Julia Falk, retired in the little community of Bluemont, Virginia, and they spent many years visiting our wounded veterans in Walter Reed, and just saw a real need for those service members and their families to have a place to go that was outside of sort of the stark confines of a hospital setting, so that they could just experience some peace for a few days. So they donated 37 acres of their own land and a substantial amount of their own money to establish the Boulder Crest Retreat Foundation, and have built a retreat in the little town of Bluemont that now has 44 ADA accessible cabins and a beautiful lodge facility, and just lovely, peaceful grounds where Claire, how many visitors have we had in 2013? We had our grand opening on September 6th of this year. 36 families, but we've also hosted several veteran service organizations who have brought in their own groups and run retreats out of our facility, from suicide prevention and therapeutic care to military sexual trauma victims, and then to groups who are just trying to make that transition from the active duty military back to the civilian world. So it is my honor to be a part of that organization, and I actually have to give the credit to me actually even finding that job to a fellow Tillman military scholar. Her name is Maggie Smith, and she was speaking on a panel about the changing role of women in the military last spring at Georgetown, and I just happened to go. It was a school night, and normally I wouldn't do that, but Maggie connected me with Ken, and I feel like the job is really just made for me. I did retire from the Marine Corps at 15 years in August of this past August, because the Marine Corps is downsizing and they don't need helicopter pilots of my ilk anymore, since we're phasing out my beautiful CH-46 helicopter. But that gave me the opportunity to step into this role, and I think it was just, for me, very meant to be. It's an honor to be able to serve this community of veterans who has given so much to our country. And I also would like to mention, because this was something that was a huge labor of love for me over the last few months, that my staff essentially did my job for me for the first almost 2 months of our being open, because I was riding my bike across the country, my bicycle across the country, and visiting Gold Star families and spending some time just learning the stories about their heroes and about their own experience of loss, and sharing those stories with other people. So that's a little bit about me and what I do, and thank you very much. This award is a surprise and an honor, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh yeah. Oh, of course I'll stop for a picture. This does conclude the luncheon, and again, this is our first annual event, so we were really pleased that it was sold out. I'm sure we could have squeezed some more tables in, but it ended up being just an outstanding event. I know some of you are here to support Ladies America, but I feel like all of you are here to support our female veterans, and that means so much to me. Thank you all for being here. Again, I want to encourage everyone to go beyond thank you with our veterans. Let's all play a role in helping them, assisting them, helping them transition, continuing to build programs around it. I encourage you all to exchange information. I already know how many of you in this room have individual programs, and if we can unite those programs, we can have so much more of an impact on our veterans, male and female. So thank you so much. And I think now the post-wedding picture taking commences. So, watch out for Kip. Oh, Kip. I didn't even mention Kip. Oh my gosh. He's a veteran, and he is our veteran. Oh, that's going to make me cry again. Kip and also Jerome in the back, a videographer. These two are constant supporters of ours, and we have robbed them of all sorts of time and hours and dollars they could have made elsewhere. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much. All right.
My name is Selene Alce. I am actually the social media director for Ladies America. And if you had any opportunity to come out today, I would have highly recommended it. We heard from wonderful panelists, women that are taking charge, that are doing big things in the community, and most of all, honoring and recognizing our female veterans. So I really want to thank Lindsay Mask and Ladies America. It's a great organization. If you have not checked us out, please go to ladiesamerica.com and join the impact that we're having across the nation. So thank you so much for coming out.
Okay, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to see who you all represent here.
My name is Laura Clark. I'm Mrs. Georgetown 2014.
My name is Martha Boda. I am Mrs. DuPont Circle 2014.
And I'm Samantha Moore. I'm Mrs. Naveyard 2014.
Fabulous. So what did you girls think of the event today?
I think it was wonderful. I am a professional makeup artist, and I actually work with Suited for Change, and I work with women who are transitioning from either a domestic violence situation to the workforce or veterans. So I think it was just wonderful because I was able to connect with women and give them my cards and express what I do. So
Absolutely.
I thought it was great to raise awareness because even though we know about the issues that like she repeated with rape and sexual violence, it's really great to just know the everyday issues that all the women go through with clothing. And I didn't know they struggled that much. So it's great to know and know how to help them beyond thank you, like Lindsay said.
I came, of course, to support veterans, women, but also to get to know Ladies America, being exposed to the organization for the first time, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I thought it was very well run and very enjoyable, and the people here were incredibly professional and knowledgeable, and and I would look forward to returning.
Great. Thank you, ladies, so much.
I thought it was a great event. I really applaud Lindsay's desire to kind of reach out to the veteran community. We were talking on the phone the other night, the first day I actually learned about this event, and I was just learning a little bit about the organization because honestly, I'm not a member, had never heard of it before, but I thought, what a great idea. And she told me how quickly this event had come together, and I said, I think it's just an example of how when there's an idea that is just kind of really meant to take shape, all the energy and support from other people will help overcome any obstacles that you might see to putting on something like this event. So she said the way that it all came together in a month was just amazing, and she was really excited.
God bless. Thank you.
I definitely want to hear about what you thought about the Recognizing Excellence event.
I think it was well needed, perfect timing, and definitely much appreciative. I mean, the women veterans have definitely held up our families, our friends, our loved ones, and it's good to be able to celebrate them today. So I'm honored to be one of the speakers and actually a part of the event. So thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you have any big takeaways from the event that you'd like to share?
The biggest takeaway is being able to get involved. Look to the right of you, look to the left of you, find out who's a veteran, and then try to help them. But the big thing I learned today is be truthful and honest. It doesn't help when you're sugarcoating what really they need to get them moving ahead. So take some time, look at a resume, edit it, give them some advice, and then endorse them. Call a couple of friends and get their information out, because I think if one of us can help each other, it's just a multiplier.
Excellent. Thank you so much.